Welcome to the bold analysis. Um, there is a website, this website I was just reading, that Sabina Chege led 30 Jubilee Rebel MPs to meet William Ruto in Statehouse today. And I'm wondering whether indeed Jubilee have 30 MPs. I don't know. So can someone help me find out? Jubilee ilipata wabunge 30 kweli? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find out. Just following at the behind the scenes before and after the State House meeting, and I can promise you this last video I'm doing about it. I know we've really exhausted this issue. Looking at the behind the scenes, when you are just trying to follow up, I think it opens up some very serious questions that Raila Odinga might now have to do some soul searching and figure out what next moving forward. There is the question of what next. But then looking at the behind the scenes lobby, you will really have to understand what's going on. So this is where it started. On last week on Friday, some invitation was sent by Opiyo Wandayi, who is the leader in the parliament, calling for Azimio la Umoja MP's caucus meeting that was supposed to be held on Monday in a hotel in Athi River. That meeting was called prior to the Kibra rally. And I also understand that after Kibra rally, there was supposed to be another meeting, I think strategy or something. But Raila was a bit exhausted because he had come from, just flew back home. And the meeting that was supposed to be held on Monday, MPs, a number of MPs asked for permission that they would not be available. And some were giving different reasons on bursaries and other engagements outside in their respective constituencies. So when this happened, that rally had to be called off. Or not that rally, that meeting had to be called off. But as that was going on Sunday in Kibera, you could read the mood, the riot that the MPs had started, that the people who were attending the rallies was talking about those who were not attending the Raila-led rallies. There was already the mood that some people are not with us, or there is a bit of that. There were already the drums of betrayal. They were already hitting the drums of betrayal. That some people are not really in the cause. So, that was on Monday. The meeting never happened. And then on Tuesday, this meeting, the State House meeting was. Now, let me tell you, not only the 9 were targeted, there are quite a number that were reached out. The lobbying was done, and quite a number of them were reached out and were supposed to be part of it. But they did not. So that's why I'm saying, and I was telling a friend that the State House meeting did not shock Babaman. Not that Raila didn't know. Raila knew. He was on the know. Even the very day, Tuesday meeting, that he called some who did not go there, but some went. He talked to some the very, very, very day. So when I was getting this, I was that just finding out, you could see the push that was the William Ruto team tried to put up, the fight they tried to put behind the scenes to make sure that this meeting was coming to fruition. I have to repeat here, nothing wrong. No one has a problem with anyone meeting anyone. I don't think. No one is. We are above that level of argument. As to whether you meet president or not, is the president of the country. And then he calls you, no one will refuse to go. Even if Uhuru was to call, Ruto is to call Raila or anyone, they will meet. You only choose to. And I was telling one friend of mine was telling me that there is a difference. The issue is not normally, or the political betrayal question is normally, can only be leveled against MPs looking at your past history. For example, imagine Babu Owino or Orengo meeting William Ruto in Statehouse. If they walk out, they will still walk out, and because people know your mantra, people know you, people know Orengo, my governor, people know Babu, they know very well that this is it and this is it. But to some, it can be leveled against them. The betrayal question can be leveled against them. But then, I would not want us to be dismissive and say that there is no problem. These defections at this moment hurts the intensity. I want to say they hurt Raila Odinga's legitimate question that he's been trying to push on William Ruto. And I also want to agree with people who might say that, okay, maybe they had the nod of Raila Odinga. Could it be? And should they ask for permission? No. No. But they can notify, of course. Because of politics of optics. They're normally quick gains. Even today, Jubilee met Ruto in Statehouse. And it's about politics. You know, inaendelea tu na Karagongo, hivyo ndio siasa inaenda. So I want us to look at the reason why I'm saying that there are glaring things that Raila must see. It is not a coincidence that some people are with him, the other side they move and they do not. To Raila Odinga, the camp is invaded, and William Ruto has planted numerous spies around Raila Odinga. Elsewhere, the UDA machineries are busy dismissing that, oh, Raila this, Raila not do that, Raila this, the rallies doesn't have an effect and that. But is surrounded with spies all over. I can tell you. Leave alone these ones that maybe went to, those are not consequential. Even within Raila Odinga's circle, the think tank, I don't want to mention names because it would be vilifying personalities, but that is what Raila must see. So what next for him? The what next question that Kenyans are asking after these MPs moves, is the bearing that you're already invaded. And I can tell you, with that level of attack, the spies around him, he's going to be dragged back. Any decision they will make, you'll not be shocked to hear that it did not get the backing of all. Or it doesn't have the support of all. I can tell you. That is the one observation you can say. It's not about them. If the problem, and this brings me to a question, that only Jalango was in Nini and was there. But it shows you that Ruto is going after you and wants to make sure that he's neutralized. So what next must have that in the bearing. Is it about time? And could this be an indication that the victory claim push by Raila Odinga is lacking the spark? I want to say this. Siatabao asked questions that Raila had to make two choices. One is reclaiming victory. How? Mtahi Ngwinyi was saying Ruto must go. Where? When? Maybe 2027. Cannot go out of Statehouse. So, that victory claim, maybe the leaders are not seeing it. Or the leaders, it's not taking the spark. And it's something that William Ruto is using every means to debunk by detonating Raila Odinga's circle. It's being detonated, and I wish, but you know, as much as it lacks the spark, but if you listen to what Raila is saying in the rallies, his messaging started picking up, and he's having two attack lines. One is that issue of legitimacy, but The other one is on what Kenya Kwanza is doing wrong. I listened to a speech. The headline of the speech was Ruto must go. I wish the speech should change to what Ruto is doing wrong. Simple. What Ruto is doing wrong. That would perhaps hold them. And it's something that has, for the first time, then people are not coming up. Is it possible that the path is viable? I can tell you. Kwani unadhani Raila hajui kwamba Ruto hawezi acha kiti? Let me ask you. Do you think Raila doesn't know that Ruto cannot resign? Who in this country knows that Ruto cannot resign as a president? That has never happened. That's not possible. That's impossible. And he knows very well, and I told you. So, the question of victory claim may not be viable. But then, I wish, and I look at it this way. ODM is fatigued. And I think, and it's not ODM, it's azimio. Azimio is fatigued. My position has been that it needs to have died so that they get a new formation. And I see the MDD now coming up. Maybe people will troop around it, they caucus around it. But things have to be fixed. I see other people vilifying the ODM 9, the Rebel 9, because the 9 rebels, some of them have not been attending the rallies. And if that is them, but how many people have not been attending? No single governor is attending. We just saw that Kisumu deputy governor the other day. Other MPs have not been. Joho have not been there. Junet has not been there. So the question of people not attending as the question is not there. And I'm even asking a question. The ODM team that the Babu winners, why should they bother about other people that are attending? Do you really need the leaders in the podium, or you need the people? So long as the Kenyans are talking to or attending, you should not have a problem with who is not attending and who is not attending. I think the conversation about attending, for me, it should not hold people at ransom. If Raila is pushing his course, let him push his course. Then, should they hit the opposition way? Yes. Raila should hit the opposition way. And I don't know if there is a prescription of how it has to be done. And so if they talk about the victory question, people run away. But he's just hitting the opposition way. The people that told Raila that go and play oppositions are now running away, going back to the government. The same people that said they want strong opposition are now being allowing it to dance to their tune. I don't know. That's my end. Let's meet in the next.